When applying for jobs at different companies, there are some tips that I put in place, and these tips have worked for me in different ways. And when I say work for me, it doesn't mean like I've gotten employment letters from all of these companies and then I had to choose the one that I wanted. No, in some cases, the recruiters or the company didn't even get back to me. But my approach to applying to companies has helped me in some ways where number one, I've gotten responses from some companies, positive in some cases, and secondly, the way I approach applying to companies has also helped me come in a prepared manner for the interviews if I eventually get one. So I'll be sharing these tips in this video, and hopefully as you watch it, you would be able to learn one or two things that can improve the way you approach job applications. Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Dillion, and on my space here I share my experiences in my technical career as a content creator, a software developer, and also a developer advocate. And I also share my experiences in life. So if these are things you're interested in seeing more of, then please hit the subscribe button. In this video, I'll be sharing my job application tips that have worked for me, and hopefully by applying some of them, it could also work for you or help you approach job applications in a better way. The tips I'm going to share in this video are: number one, researching about the company; number two, thoroughly reading the job description; number three, updating your resume; number four, constructing a cover letter; number five, updating your LinkedIn profile; and number six, how I approach the first interview if or when I eventually get one. So let's start from the beginning, researching about the company. For me, researching about the company is the most important thing that I do for any job that I want to apply to. If you're the kind of person who applies to 1,000 jobs a day, this may be a hard step to follow. Regardless of how many jobs I have to apply for, I always do my best to research about the company. And researching about the company means knowing what the company is, knowing the kind of product that the company offers, knowing the kind of team that I'll be working with, knowing what the company is all about, what makes the company special or different from its competitors. So I do this by going to the company's website, reading through, of course not like reading everything detail from detail, but I read through it. I go to the about page. Sometimes I even check the company team's page, and I try to see the people that are working in this company. If the company has a Twitter account, oh beautiful, I go to the company's Twitter account, see what they post there, see what they're all about. If they have a YouTube account, sure. If they have a LinkedIn account, sure. If I have friends who have worked in this company or friends who have used this company's product, I also ask about the experience. And I know I'm sharing so many things, but to be honest, I don't do this for like all these companies, but for some specific interesting companies that I feel like, wow, this really aligns with my skills, I make sure to do this thorough research about the company. So I would also recommend that when you're about applying for jobs, you can also take out some time to just briefly go through the company, see what they're all about. The goal here is to know whether you'd love this company's product, if you'd love to work with them. And by making researches about company, that's also helped me in such cases where I was applying for a front-end engineering role. I saw this company had a front-end engineering opening, but by going through the company's website and researching, I was able to come to a conclusion that I don't think I would love to contribute my skills to this company for some months. I would rather do this at a different company. So researching helps you know if this is a place you'd like to work on, and also researching helps you apply these other tips that I would be mentioning. The second tip is thoroughly reading the job description. Now, when I read job descriptions, I don't just read the requirements and know that, okay, this is okay for me. Like maybe the requirements are 2 years experience in React, this year's experience in technical writing, that year's experience in this year's experience in that. No, that is not all that I do. I make sure I thoroughly go through the job description by number one, reading the summary of the company. So some job descriptions show a summary of the company or the product that they're working on. Then you have the requirement section, and in that section you may meet everything, or it's possible you don't meet everything. But I also go further to read the responsibilities, like what this company expects their new front end or whatever role it may be, what they expect their new employee to do. I also go through the descriptions, the responsibilities, so I can know the product I'll be working on, the fun things I'll be doing, the potential stressful things I'll be doing. It gives me an idea of what I'll be doing in this company. And after that, I still thoroughly go through the job benefits. And this is very important to me. Is it just the salary? Is there stock or equity? Is there vacation? Is there health insurance? All of these things, I make sure that I go through them to really understand. And of course, there are extra information around privacy, security, and all those other things. Researching the company, which is the first tip, and also reading the job description thoroughly even helps me for the remaining tips that I'll be sharing in this video. The third tip is updating my resume. And updating my resume, in my case, I don't always update my resume, but most of the time when I update my resume is when I am trying to apply to maybe a front-end role, and then I want to apply to a technical writing role, and maybe I want to apply to a developer advocacy role. Now, these are 3 roles with 3 different kind of responsibilities. So I have to update my resume to align with what the company or what the job expects. A resume for me is more like saying this is the kind of person the company wants, and then I'm able to highlight my professional experience that shows that I am the kind of person this company needs. So it's not room for me to lie on the kind of person I am not, just because this is the kind of person the company is looking for. No, but it's highlighting my skills, my professional experience with proof, backup, and trying to show this company that I fit the description of the employee that you are looking for. The fourth tip that I apply is constructing a cover letter, and some job applications don't create room for writing cover letters, and personally I love job applications that make room for cover letters. And I know some people don't enjoy this. That's totally fine. They have valid reasons for it. I like cover letters because it gives me room to pitch myself to this company, to show them that I am interested. This is why I'm interested. This is what I have to offer. This is why I find your company amazing, and this is why I believe I am a good fit. Cover letters allows me to do this well. Of course, there's the resume, which you highlight your experience, which can also in a way give this information or do the job of a cover letter. But a cover letter for me is a way of, in a friendly and professional way, able to highlight my achievement, able to state why I'm interested in their company, because in my resume I cannot really state why I'm interested in their company, but with my cover letter I can easily say your company is working this, your company is solving this problem, and yes, this is why I would love to work for you, and this is why I believe I'm a great fit. And I have a cover letter template that I've been using for a while now, and also I've shared this publicly, and people have used it and come with testimonies of how they have been able to get interviews, some of them even leading to securing employment. So you can check that. I think the video link will be somewhere around here, or you can check the job description. I'm going to leave a link there for you. So far, you can see how the research that I've made and the job description that I read thoroughly helped me to create a nice resume and a cover letter that fits what these companies are looking for. That's why I say researching for me is very important. The fifth tip is updating my LinkedIn. And I think this is something common with us developers or people in the IT field. When we get new roles, we update our LinkedIn to show that new role. But some of us, or let me just say me, most times I forget to update that role with the new experience that I have had, or the new things that I have learned, or the new things that I can do. So when you apply for jobs and recruiters are probably making some research about you, they go to your LinkedIn, they can see your current role is this role, but they cannot see what exactly you have done in your company. Maybe you already highlighted that in your resume, fine, but it's not on your LinkedIn, and your LinkedIn is just showing previous experience in previous companies. So what I also try to do is to update my LinkedIn with the new experience that I have formed, and the new technologies, new tools, and new problems that I have solved in the current place that I work. And the last tip, is when hopefully you have secured an introductory interview with this company. So there's usually the first stage interview where the company gets to know you and you also get to know the company. The recruiter is going to come with so many questions, asking you about your background, why you're interested in working for them, your skills, your story, blah blah blah. But then what questions do you ask them? Now, this is why I said in the beginning that researching about the company helps me come prepared for the interviews. When I make my research about the company, when it comes to that introductory interview, when I hopefully get one, I can easily ask relevant questions. I can ask, I noticed that in your company you're working on this product. I think this is the problem this product is trying to solve, but it's not really clear. Can you explain that for me? Or you can also say things like, I was going through the job description, it said remote, but somewhere else it said Europe. Is it just remote Europe or remote universal or something? But by making your research, by going through the job description, you are able to come with questions. And I've watched a couple of videos on interviews that said if you are coming to an interview, like an introductory interview, you should also have questions. It should show that you have done your research and you have some things to clarify. Because introductory interviews is a place where you get to know if you want to work for a company as much as a company also gets to know if they want to work with you. By doing your research, you're able to come with those questions, you're able to come with those things. And I've also gotten feedback like this from few interviews where the recruiters can see how much research I have actually done on my own part, and it's not like I just applied randomly and I'm just here for an interview. Research is very important. So as a summary, like I said, number one is I research about the company. Number two, I thoroughly read the job description so I don't waste my time in going on with the job. If the company expects me to do something that I cannot do, I'll just use that time to, apply these tips to another company. The third thing is updating my resume to align with the job description and align with the company's needs. Number four is constructing a nice written cover letter, pitching myself as a good fit, who I believe I am. Number five is updating my LinkedIn. It's probably not mandatory for you since your cover letter already has your updated professional experience information, but I still try to do that on my own. And number six, when hopefully I already get into the first interview, then I'm able to ask questions based on the information I have researched about that company. Now, applying all of these tips doesn't guarantee you a job. This is just how I approach applying to jobs. It has helped me, like I said, prepare for interviews, have the right questions to ask, and be able to decide why I want to work for this company, why I believe I'm a great fit for this company, and why I believe this company needs me in their team. If you found this video helpful, please like the video, also subscribe for more content like this, and you can also share this video with any of your friends who you believe this would be helpful for. Peace.